Our next guest may be a familiar name to our regular CP24 breakfast viewers. Jack Dixon, Nick's son. He's going to be on the show, and Nick has proudly talked about Jack's success and all the competitions across Canada in the last couple of years. But last week, Jack took his talents south of the border and won twice at the U.S. Nationals. So we thought we had to get him on the show to talk about the incredible accomplishments. So Jack Dixon, good morning. Thank you for joining us on CP24 Breakfast. I feel like I know you because your dad has talked about you so much. He is so incredibly proud. But Jack, I want to ask you, we know you finished #1 in Canada, under 13 this year, but what did you think your chances were when you went to Arizona last week for the U.S. Nationals? What was it like? How did you feel?
So it was scary coming in because I didn't really know anyone. All of the USA riders, it was a bunch of new faces. And I didn't get too much time to ride the park because they had a very solid schedule. So I only got about 2 hours of practice in. It was nerve-wracking. And yeah, go for it.
No, teamwork makes the dream work here, Jack. Obviously, you know, going in there as a Canadian, competing and winning in the U.S., how did that feel? Because I feel like, you know, there are so many incredible riders, and your dad has done a great job educating me on just how hard this is. But what was it like going in there, and how did the American riders respond to you?
So I think the American riders thought that I was a good rider, and I've talked to all the riders, and I enjoyed spending time with them and riding with them.
Now, I know everything takes practice, and I've seen all the videos online of all the hard work that you put in, but how did you get here? What was the process like? Because I feel like you're still so young and you've accomplished so much, but you know, what's it been like putting all this work in and to get to this point, Jack?
I think that Dad and Mom help out a lot, by taking me to the skate park, bringing me places that are far away, and just helping me train and filming me so I could see what I'm doing wrong and stuff.
Listen, you gotta watch it, and also shout out to all the moms and dads for helping out, because truly it's not possible without support from any of your support systems. But I want to ask you, what did it feel like when you got those medals and realized you were the top rider in the U.S. and Canada for your age?
It felt amazing. Nothing beats that feeling when you're just competing and everyone's watching you, everyone's cheering you on. There's so much support going on, and when you get first, that feeling is just nothing beats it.
I can only imagine. And obviously, you know, you're still enjoying the win, but what's next? Where do you go from here? And with the sport in general, I know, is it X Games? Hopefully it's in the Olympics one year, but you know, what's next for you, Jack?
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully, it'll be in the Olympics and X Games. There was a demo for it in the X Games, and it's in Nitro Circus. But I think for me right now, it's off season. But next year, I want to hopefully get first place in every single one of my competitions.
You got to put it out there. And I want to ask you as well, for other kids watching that are going to be inspired by you, but maybe they're a little nervous to take that first step, because what you do was really hard. I mean, I've watched those videos, and I'm sure wipeouts happen from time to time. But what would you say to encourage other kids to just take that shot, to give it a chance, and maybe see if they could get to the Jack Dixon level of competition?
Exactly. Like what you said, it's just that leap of faith. You just have to drop in and just start trying stuff and commit, and you'll fall a lot, but it's just repeating and keeping going.
Now, I have to bring in another special guest. I want to talk to Nick as well, because Nick, this is so incredible. I mean, I've watched you talk about him for so long, but what is it like for you to be able to share this with your son?
Look, we're super proud, Jack. You know how proud your mom and I and your whole family really are of you. And it's amazing. I mean, Jack just talked about, falling and getting up and doing it again. If I could show you the camera roll on my phone, I've got, reams and reams of kind of wipeouts. And Jack knows, before he finally lands things, but he commits himself to these things, doing things sometimes 100, 120 times in a row before he gets a trick. But once he lands the trick, then he commits to it, then he figures it out. And like he said, we record him and help him along. And it's just been such a pleasure, Jack. It's amazing to watch. I wish I could have been in Arizona with you last weekend.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And I want to ask too, obviously skateboarding is in the Olympics, and I know scootering we're getting there. But Jack, would you want to compete and represent your country one day at the Olympics?
1,000,000,000%. I would love to be in the Olympics, representing Canada and my family and friends.
Listen, I think it's going to happen. Nick, I feel like every time I watch the videos that you post and Jack's videos, the tricks get harder and harder. Do you have a favorite trick that you throw, Jack?
I have 3.
Oh.
I think I really like 360 backflips. So backflip and then spin like that. And then flare heel, which is you go up the ramp, backflip 180, and then do it like spin the deck. And then 360 buttercup.
Listen, this sounds like a
If you
drink.
understood that, Jess, you're getting a raise.
I understood the 360 part. Honestly, Jack, it is really cool. And watching all the videos that your dad posts online and all the stuff that you guys do, it really does take that team and family support. So I want you to know how special it is that we get to talk to you and share in this morning. And I feel like you've inspired a lot of kids out there, because I really do think this is on the track to become an Olympic sport. And I can't wait to say I interviewed Jack before he was an Olympic gold medalist.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jack, so much. And Nick, thank you so much, because
Thanks,
again,
Jack.
as Jack said, he couldn't do it without you and his mom, and teamwork makes the dream work, and that includes your parents. So thank you, Jack, so much. Good morning to your mom. I know she's probably there in the background, and we're going to have more news, weather, and your
Thanks,
dad's going to
Jack.
have more information after the break.